Hola gente, bienvenidos a un nuevo capítulo de esta serie llamada Persona 5 Royal. Como recordarán, en el capítulo pasado estuvimos prácticamente muy tensos con la situación del hacker que nos contactó por teléfono. La sección está con Sojiro siendo prácticamente amenazado ¿cómo se llamaba esta? Ay, se me olvidó el nombre. ¿Cómo se llamaba? La hermana de Makoto, vaya. Ah, sí, pues la hermana de Makoto. No la tengo como confidente, ¿verdad? A ella ni nada por el estilo. No, parece que no. Pero bueno, la hermana de Makoto. Sae Nijima, ya la recordé. Pues ella estuvo aquí interrogando a Sojiro con respecto a la hija de Sojiro, que nos dimos cuenta de que tiene una hija, se llama Futaba. Y pues esta situación se está saliendo de control. Llamaremos a Kawakami en otro momento. ¡Nah, mis huevos! Espérate, ¿no puedo salir? Creo que no puedo salir, ¿verdad? No me va a dejar salir. Mierda. Bueno, podemos hacer café. Vamos a llamar a Kawakami. Esta técnica la he estado usando bastante estos últimos días del videojuego. Nada más para que Kawakami esté aquí presente. Preparar el café. Espérate, Kawakami. Yo me ocupo del resto, ¿por qué no vas a hacer otra cosa? Podemos ponernos a investigar o leer esta sección del libro este. Artesanía básica. Yo quiero aprender más de esto. Aunque la destreza también me ayudaría. Pero vamos a darle artesanía básica, ¿no? No sé, estoy dudoso. Es que los libros que son así de 2 leídas me las puedo chingar ahorita, ¿sabes? Que se puede. Vamos por este mejor. Sirve que así un día de estos hago más herramientas de infiltración. Que me servirán mucho, hombre. También todo sirve, aquí todo sirve para algo. El secreto de la artesanía. Menuda respuesta más ambigua. Tal vez intente decir que la motivación es lo más importante. Muy bien, ya nos lo terminamos. Tenía mis dudas sobre este libro, pero la segunda mitad me mereció la pena. Ahora puedes crear herramientas de infiltración más veces. Será mejor que nos vayamos a dormir. No es sano acostarse tarde. Tienes razón, gato. Y corremos a Kawakami de nuestra casa. Adiós. Bótate a la verga. No es cierto. O en mi verga. No, no es cierto. Miren, ahí está.
The Phantom Thieves made a mockery of us when they brought down Kaneshiro. And to make matters worse, Mejid, who has been dormant for some time now, just declared war on them. How much more can they screw us over?
Stress is bad for the skin, you know.
Did you come all this way simply to be sarcastic?
How about you listen to my deductions for a change of pace? You may think it absurd, but don't you think the case you're pursuing and the actions of the Phantom Thieves overlap somehow?
What are you basing this off of?
The one point of commonality across all cases is how those involved had an unforeseen change of heart.
I've suspected that myself, but those suspicions are unfounded.
I told you at the beginning that this was only a deduction. These just Phantom Thieves are riling up the public. However, that is a disguise. Their true goal is terrorist action by way of psychotic breakdowns. Is that too much?
There's nothing at the moment that falsifies that claim. Have you mentioned this to the police?
I'd never tell them such things. The only value they have to me is in their mobility and organizational capabilities.
It seems having you lend me a hand has paid off.
I'm glad to hear that. What about your case, Sai-san? Did you learn anything from the guardian of that mental shutdown victim's daughter?
Nothing at all.
La hija de Sojiro.
Now, what should my next action be for our victory?
Handle the Phantom Thieves without remorse. Use any means necessary to win. That's how I would deal with them.
Very well.
This seems to be fun for you. Are you on to something?
No, not at all. Well then, to our victory.
Se van a confabular estos dos para ir en contra de los ladrones fantasma, ¿verdad?
Okay.
Hora de comer sushi. El sitio está en Ginza, ¿no? Podemos coger el mismo tren que siempre en Shibuya. ¡Oye! Dice, famoso por sus tiendas de lujo, su valor inmobiliario es el más alto de Japón, lo último en tendencias. Además de tiendas, hay cafeterías de tutiplen. Si te cansas de comprar, tómate un té.
All right.
Ok. Una tienda de sushi. Vamos para allá. Oigan, esperen, ¿la malteada? A la mierda, es mucho sushi, ¿no?
Man, the flounder is out of this world. That texture. I don't see any prices listed here. It's called market price. Don't worry about it. We got the cash.
So good. Hey, is the fatty tuna ready yet?
Hold your horses and don't talk.
By the way, is Boss really the kind of person who would abuse someone?
That again?
I can't get it off my mind. Especially if it means he could be taken to court. What kind of person is he? Do you truly believe he'd do such a thing?
Es un mafioso. No, yo confío en él. Me está enseñando a conquistar a las chicas.
If it's really true about the abuse, he'd be a no-good jerk pretending to be a guardian.
Maybe the chief is the one who needs a change of heart.
Hold on a sec. About that, I actually got curious after our conversation and checked his name in the nav.
Sounds to me like there wasn't a hit.
Right. Anything beyond this is his family's problem. We probably shouldn't get any more involved.
Wait, you think Alibaba could be Boss's ex-wife?
¡Ah!
He must have cheated on her, and that's where Futaba came from.
Hombre, dijo algo con sentido, pero creo que lo van a tachar de idiota otra vez en unos cuantos segundos.
Doubtful.
Sí, ya decía yo.
Your imagination has run rampant.
Me alegra que al menos tenga imaginación, supongo.
How foolish. Still, this is delicious. I've never experienced anything quite like it before.
Man, and it's all thanks to us being the Phantom Thieves.
Fantastic! Sushi is delicious. Yeah, the fish
Otra
is
vez este
so
idiota. Ay, Ryuji,
Everywhere we
qué
go, we
pendejo
hear about
estás,
these
la
phantom
neta.
thieves.
What rubbish.
Think about where we are, Ryuji.
Sorry, it just kind of slipped.
My apologies for bringing up Boss again. We should just enjoy the food.
Maldita sea, Ryuji.
Nijima-san, what are you doing here?
Miren, ¿quién se apareció?
Ketchi-kun.
El Vengador.
Catchy. You're the ones from the TV station. Could it be that you're friends of Nijima-san?
Do you know this guy?
It's nice to meet you. My name is Akechi. Glad to make your acquaintance, Yusuke Kitagawa.
¿Cómo sabe su nombre?
How do you know my name?
Well, because I'm a psychic, of course. I'm only joking. In truth, I'm a rookie detective. You're a former pupil of Madarame, right? I have actually just recently joined the investigation team looking into the Phantom Thieves. Did you see that Mejed has declared war on them? War? Their website was updated just a moment ago. For real? English again.
Wait, what?
What's it say? Huh. Why do you seem so agitated?
Oh,
She's a huge fan of the Phantom Thieves. A total nutjob for him.
I don't know how wise it is to be a fan of groups like them.
What is with these comments?
My apologies. I didn't mean to butt into your conversation. But I must say, this is an interesting group. Prosecutor Nijima's sister, an ex-pupil of Madarame, and a few Shujin Academy students. It seems you're all connected to the Phantom Thieves. Perhaps you have better intel than I do.
Qué buena conjetura acaba de sacar este hijo de puta de la nada, güey. Tremendo guionazo te acabas de armar, Akechi, en serio, es increíble.
Regarding this whole Mejed commotion, if you were one of the Phantom Thieves, what would you do?
Contraatacar, pasar de ellos, me da igual.
So you share the majority's opinion.
¿Como la mayoría?
Sorry to disappoint, but we're just normal high school kids. If anything, we want to hear what you got to say, Mr. Detective.
My profiling of the Phantom Thieves has led me to believe they are a group of juveniles. They have a relative amount of free time after school and a hideout to slip away to. Furthermore, considering Kamoshida was their first target, it seems they began activity around April. In a way, all I've just said about the Phantom Thieves
¡A la mierda!
with the group you have here.
What? You gonna report us?
I didn't say I was being suspicious of you.
Bueno es saberlo, tú eres el sospechoso. Ryuji es un ladrón fantasma, lo echamos de cabeza y que se lo lleve la patrulla. Bueno es saberlo.
Seems you're not perturbed in the slightest. You really are an intriguing one. I lack your calm mannerisms, but don't you think my deduction is an interesting one? I bet we'd make a great team if we worked together.
What the hell are you saying?
Well, this has been a valuable point of reference for me. I hope to see you all again.
What was that about?
Do you think he's ascertained our true identities?
Nah, couldn't be. Right?
I'd like to say that it's simply us overthinking this, but it may be best to be cautious from now on. We shouldn't forget that Alibaba was able to discover who we are.
True, but it's not as though he had tangible evidence to prove that discovery. Just keep acting normally.
More importantly, things are getting serious with Mejed.
Sí, cierto, ¿qué ponía en la plataforma?
Oh yeah, what did they write?
Here, I'll read it. We are disappointed in the people of Japan in their belief in the Phantom Thieves' false justice. Hence, we shall proceed with our plan to cleanse Japan. This process will commence on August 21st.
¿La
As a
purga?
result, the Japanese economy shall suffer devastating damages.
For real?
Keep going.
However, we are magnanimous. We will give the Phantom Thieves one final opportunity to repent. As proof of this repentance, we demand that they reveal their identities to the public. We will attack if these demands remain unmet. The future of Japan rests with the Phantom Thieves. We are Mejed, we are unseen, we will eliminate evil. That's what it says.
Sounds bad.
In other words, if we don't unmask ourselves, Mejed will attack Japan, correct? And it seems they are quite the attention seekers.
What are we gonna do about this?
Only we could get in contact with Alibaba.
Our only clues are Boss and Futaba. Anyways, it's too damn hot out here. Why don't we go to LeBlanc? We can talk more over there.
A la mierda, esto está escalando bien
We
cabrón.
went through all sorts of options on our way here, but looks like we got no choice but to ask for Alibaba's help.
Question is, how do we get in touch with him?
He cut off all contact with us after that misunderstanding. Then again, if we manage to steal Futaba's heart, he may attempt to reach out to us once more.
But we don't have any clues on what her keywords are.
Damn it, Alibaba! Where the hell are you?
Actually, he may be closer than we think.
Huh?
Hypothetically speaking, even if we stole Futaba's heart, how would Alibaba know that the deed has been done? Would he truly be able to discern that just from cell phone messages?
You mean he'd have to meet her in person?
Alibaba was able to deliver the calling card here. On top of that, he can check on Futaba's condition. However, according to the circumstances he put forth, he's unable to meet with us. This leads me to believe that it would be bad for him if we were to see the two of them together. It seems to me Alibaba may in fact be Futaba herself.
For real?
¡A la mierda!
She's asking that we steal her own heart?
Maybe she wants us to save her from the scars of her abuse. That would be hard to ask directly.
I'd like to meet with Boss. He lives nearby, right?
Sé dónde vive. ¡Vamos! Yo quiero
I
ir.
agree. It's real late though. What are we gonna tell Boss when we get there?
We'll say this takeout sushi is a gift for him.
But my fatty tuna!
¡Cállese!
No complaining.
Let's all go together. Boss may get the wrong idea if he and I show up alone.
Oh, bueno. No creo, ¿o sí?
Nobody's answering. But the lights are on.
Think she's napping?
Even Boss would have woken up with how many times we've rung this doorbell.
I would think Futaba would have answered by now if she were here too.
Ah, the gate is unlocked.
Dude, you can't go opening other people's stuff like that.
Casas ajenas.
But look, the door seems to be slightly open as well. I wonder why. That's rather careless.
¡A la mierda!
It sounds like it's going to rain. We should get inside.
Do you think that's okay?
I don't know. Probably.
My apologies, boss.
Yo sí quiero entrar, güey. No sé ustedes. Quiero conocer la casa del patrón.
Hello, sir? He's not out, is he? The door ahead is open, and I can hear the TV.
¿Te imaginas ahorita encontramos a Sojiro muerto a la verga? Una puta escena del crimen bien pasada de lanza.
Hope he didn't pass out or something. I mean, Boss is kind of old, ain't he?
Ándale, también esa es otra opción.
I'm a bit worried. Should we go in and check on him?
Please excuse us.
Scream? What was that? How should I know?
Did you hear that? Let's get out of here, please. Can we just go?
What are you freaking out for?
I'm not freaking out! Could it be Alibaba? I mean, Futaba?
Y mejor se van.
Sorry, can I hold your hand?
Abrázame si quieres, mamazota. Y se agarró de mi hombro.
I can sense someone's presence.
A la mierda.
Who's there? I can't take this anymore. I'm leaving.
Vámonos. ¡A la mierda! ¿Qué le pasó?
No, my legs won't move.
¿Qué pedo?
Alibaba! Futaba! Hey! Come on! Where are you?
Esto me da más risa que...
Show yourself!
Esto me da más risa que miedo, güey. ¿Qué carajo? Y luego la otra se aferró a la pierna del Joker. Mírala.
I'm sorry, please save me, sis!
¡A la mierda!
Crap, he's home.
¡Ahí vienen! Ya valió verga. Oigan, no me dejen aquí.
Who the hell are you? Don't move! You hear me?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, sis. Somebody please save me.
Sigue aferrada a mi pierna, eso es increíble.
You? What are you doing in my house? You're...
Oh, good evening, sir. We didn't mean to intrude.
Trajimos sushi.
Jima-san. Wait, are you two dating?
Sí.
We're just friends.
Mira, a ver, Makoto. No estés diciendo nada de lo que te puedas arrepentir. Makoto. Tú y yo sabemos que esto no es ni medio normal. Ay, güey, no sé ni qué pendejadas decir.
Friends nowadays get that close to each other?
Así es, Ojiro. Ya sabes, cosas de chavos.
But that's not it. This, things happened and...
A ver, Makoto.
You kids are here too?
We brought you some sushi, but nobody answered when we rang the bell. The door was unlocked too. We could hear the TV though, so we got worried he might have passed out or something.
The door was unlocked?
Sí.
Yes.
Bueno, también el puto de Yusuke abrió la pinche reja. Eso también es pasarse de rosca. No sé ustedes.
Excuse me. There's something we'd like to ask.
Huh? You want to ask me?
There's someone else living here, isn't there?
Yeah, my daughter.
Could she be Futaba Sakura?
You told Nijima-san too?
Ah, la mierda.
Is there any way we could meet with Futaba-san? I think we may have frightened her earlier, so we'd like to apologize if at all possible.
Well, that's...
Is she sick?
No, it's not like that. I don't want you all getting the wrong idea. I shouldn't have kept this a secret from you. Let's talk at my shop. She'll hear us if we stay here. Now, where do I start? Futaba's mother and I knew each other long before Futaba was born. Her mother was a bit of a weird one, but we got along well for some reason. She was sharp-witted, somewhat stern, a little socially inept, but always carefree. She truly was a great woman.
I see.
When something piqued her interest, that'd be all she focused on. She always worked deep into the night. I thought that'd change after her kid was born. But having Futaba didn't do much. Even with that, she always took good care of her.
Working and watching over a child at the same time sounds rough.
I guess raising Futaba alone turned out to be tough on her in more ways than one.
¿Sola? ¿Y su padre? O sea que tú no eres el padre, ¿sí es cierto?
There wasn't a father.
¿Eh?
I mean,
Víctima
There
de...
was one. I didn't know him though. She never said a word about him either. She was single when she gave birth to Futaba, and single when she raised her.
No sé ustedes, pero ¿creen que haya sido víctima de violación?
They were an ordinary, loving family. You could really tell how much she cared for Futaba. But one day she left, leaving Futaba behind. Yes, she committed suicide.
Suicide?
Threw herself into the street, right in front of Futaba's eyes.
Shocking doesn't begin to describe that.
¿Cómo? ¿Se tiró encima de un coche en plena calle delante de la niña? ¿Futaba presenció el suicidio de su madre? A la verga.
It's gotta be devastating for a kid.
So, well, a lot happened after that, but I ended up taking custody of Futaba. First, she was so depressed she wouldn't even talk to me.
Was that because she couldn't get over her mother's suicide?
I kept talking to her though, and she started opening up to me, little by little. That's when I found out. Futaba blames herself for her mother's death.
What? But why?
That part she's never told me. I wanted to know what led her to believing that. But I decided not to rub salt in the wound. Then, a few months ago, she started getting real scared. Even when nothing was happening, she'd say things like, I hear voices and Mom is looking at me.
Visual and auditory hallucinations. Have you taken Futaba to a doctor?
I wanted to, but she refused. Even when I had a doctor come, she locked herself away in a room. Since then, she's become what you'd call a shut-in. She won't take a single step outside the house, or even try to see other people.
What about you?
She doesn't even let me come in her room.
That's pretty harsh.
Futaba is, well, a unique girl.
A ver, ahorita... Bueno, mejor no corto el rollo de esto.
She's so quick-minded that
Lo diré más adelante.
conversations with her tend to jump from one topic to the next. It seems like she's always coming to conclusions in her head. There's a lot I don't get about her. So, yeah, her situation is why I couldn't let you in my house.
No te preocupes por eso.
Thanks. What Futaba needs is a safe place where nobody will threaten her. Somewhere she can be at ease. That's why I won't do anything she doesn't want. I don't make her do anything she's unwilling to either. And again, I know that's no way for her to live. It's all I can do, though.
¿Eso es eso lo que deseas? ¿Qué quiere Futaba?
I don't know. She just asks me for things that she wants, like food or these complicated books. Well, that's that. So, can you just leave her be? I'm gonna head back then. You all had better head home soon, too.
I feel awful for prying into his personal affairs.
No way in hell he's abusing her.
The reason why Futaba wants her heart stolen must be related to what happened to her mother.
So she'd like to discard her feelings of pain, but can't do anything about it herself.
Will changing her heart really help her, though?
If we can help her, we may be able to stand up to Medjed.
Es posible.
Hold on a sec. Do we even know if she has a palace? Let's check. The Futaba Sakura that lives at Sojiro Sakura's house. Is that gonna be enough?
Sí, de una.
What the?
Eso es lo que yo decía hace... no sé si el capítulo pasado. Sí, creo que fue en el capítulo pasado de buscarle en el navegador. Otra cosa que quería comentar. Cuando estaba sucediendo esta escena entre el Joker y Makoto, que estaba asustada la muchacha esta, y apareció Futaba por nuestra espalda, hasta ahorita, hasta que estaba hablando Sojiro, me percaté de algo. Es la misma chica que estaba en el ordenador, la que nos ha estado espiando. O sea, ahora todo está cobrando como un poco más de sentido.
She's got one.
So someone can have a palace even if they're not evil? Hey, Morgana. Where's Morgana?
I haven't seen him for some time.
So, ever since we went inside Boss's house?
Somewhere around there. He'll be fine, though. He's a cat after all. The trains are gonna be shutting down for the night soon, so we should probably be heading home.
We have to go to school in the morning after all.
Oh, right. The urgent assembly.
An assembly? What about?
Shujin has been garnering a lot of attention ever since Medjed called out the Phantom Thieves. So they need to remind us not to say arbitrary stuff online and add more fuel to the fire.
We gotta meet up for every goddamn little thing. Talk about a pain in the ass.
I mean, it is our fault.
Anyway, let's contact each other afterward.
No way in hell he's abusing her.
The reason why Futaba wants her heart stolen must be related to what happened to her mother.
So she'd like to discard her feelings of pain, but can't do anything about it herself.
Will changing her heart really help her, though?
If we can help her, we may be able to stand up to Medjed.
Hold on a sec. Do we even know if she has a palace? Let's check. The Futaba Sakura that lives at Sojiro Sakura's house. Is that gonna be enough?
What the?
She's got one.
So someone can have a palace even if they're not evil? Hey, Morgana.
Puto gato salió de la nada. ¿Dónde habrá ido Morgana? Su perra madre, ¿dónde está? La planta parece llena de vida por ahora. ¿A dónde habrá ido Morgana? ¿En todo lo que piensas es en el puto gato? Pues creo que tienen punto. Morgana aún no ha vuelto. Puede que Morgana y yo nos crucemos. Debería esperar hasta mañana. Puta madre, contigo, Joker, piensas solo en un gato. Hombre, que yo también tengo una gatita, pero no es el único en lo que me la paso pensando 24/7. Ah, que por cierto, miren la fecha 24/7. Chiste. Chiste católico. Vamos a dormir entonces, no puedo hacer nada más. ¡Ah, mira! Literalmente no dejó de pensar en ti, puto gato. Más o menos. ¿Cómo sabes eso? ¿Dónde estabas?
You can't underestimate my intel gathering skills, you know. I was checking out the chief's house. I didn't think our Alibaba would be so young.
¿Joven? ¿Cómo era?
She had long hair and a pretty young-sounding voice. Well, I say young, but I think she's probably about the same age as you guys. At the very least, she's surely no amateur. She completely overheard your conversation with the chief. And she can hack into our chats, too. Even if she can't take Medjed down directly, she might have some kind of lead on them.
Qué chica tan rara.
In any case, we'll need to rely on Futaba to get closer to Medjed. Let's meet up again tomorrow. How about we do it in here? It's way too hot outside. Anyway, make sure you let everyone know.
Okis. ¡Ey, perros! No, por favor. ¡No! ¡No! Listo, ya cumplí con mi grito extrasensorial. Güey, cada vez está más blanco este sujeto.
Futaba Sakura? She had one of these palaces? Hold on. While Medjed was targeting you, you chose to deal with someone completely unrelated to them? Then how was Medjed? What you said about the Sakura family generally falls in line with our investigation. It appears you aren't feeding us a false testimony.
No miento. ¿Me estás haciendo caso? Creo que no.
If you're lucid enough for jabs, you can get back to your story. It's still unclear to us as to how the Phantom Thieves dealt with Medjed since their identity is unknown. If you tell me something coherent, I may be a little more willing to believe you.
Parece que Nijima está empezando a escucharme. Ah, fiscal. Ok. Pero ella no me da... Bueno, no creo que me pueda dar atributos, puesto que esto cronológicamente está sucediendo después de todo el cagadero que hicimos en el casino. Recordemos el primer capítulo, que estuvimos en un casino y por alguna razón, que aún no entiendo, por cierto, creo que esta música está como que muy fuerte. Déjenme salgo de aquí.
Still, to think the Phantom Thieves would have their hideout in the home of Wakaba Ishiki's daughter.
Wakaba Ishiki, eso mencionó Sojiro. A ver, lo que yo decía, en el primer capítulo vemos que Joker y todo el equipo está en un casino. En el casino, Joker es traicionado y tiene que escapar. Pero cuando escapa, es atrapado por la policía. Y recordemos que cuando es atrapado por la policía, Joker aún conservaba su atuendo de ladrón fantasma. Pregunta, ¿qué sucedió ahí? ¿Cómo llegamos hasta ese punto? ¿Cómo es que la policía del mundo real pudo atrapar a un Joker estando en el mundo cognitivo? Valga la redundancia, no sé. Son un chingo de preguntas, güey, que no me dejan dormir, vale verga.
What a coincidence. No. Perhaps it's fate. Regardless, we don't have time to waste. Continue with your story.
$25. Y los demás días son días libres. Están en rojo.
Seriously?
Van a convocar una reunión de emergencia justo antes de las vacaciones de verano. Imagino que tendrán que establecer unas reglas ahora que todo el mundo no tiene entre ceja y ceja gracias a los ladrones fantasma. Por ejemplo, no hagáis nada que no pueda dañar la reputación del instituto o no causen problemas durante las vacaciones. No aguanto tanta emoción, la declaración de Medjed fue increíble. Ciudadanos y ciudadanas, no adoréis a los ladrones fantasmas, eso ha dicho, pero igual es broma. Se comenta que esto podría provocar la mayor filtración de datos privados de la historia. Me pregunto si atacarán alguna otra web. ¿Cómo reaccionarán los ladrones fantasma? Tengo muchísimas ganas. Será la mejor forma de despejarme de tanto estudiar. Pero los ladrones fantasma tendrán que entrar en acción. Medjed va tras ellos. Es más grave de lo que creía, no podemos pasarlo por alto. ¡Tienes razón! No tengas tanta prisa. ¿Por qué? ¡Ah, huevo! Vamos a quitarnos esta asamblea de en medio. Tenemos que ocuparnos de nuestros propios asuntos. ¡Hola, Iván! ¡Vámonos! Sí, pero agárrame de la mano, que me pierdo. Por favor. Creo que estoy perdido. ¿Me puedes llevar? Y te agarras de la mano. Y tú así de... ¡Oh! ¡Qué suave! Sientes contacto femenino después de tanto tiempo. Y te pones a llorar.
Huh? Did you have school too, Yusuke?
I'm doing laundry, so these are the only clothes I had to wear.
You really should buy a couple more outfits.
Come now, we didn't gather here to make small talk, now did we? Let's get to Alibaba's case.
Then, I'll start. Looks like Futaba was listening in on LeBlanc.
But why would she want to listen in on the cafe?
I have no idea.
It's just like Boss said. She's a tough nut to crack.
In any case, her hacking skills will be absolutely necessary if we wish to stand up to Medjed. Going by what she has told us, we may even be able to identify who they are.
We'll have to trust in her skills for now, then.
Anyway, we found out that Futaba has a palace. But can someone who isn't evil have one?
That doesn't matter. A palace is the materialization of distorted cognitions brought about by strong desires. That's all. It just so happens that a lot of warped people turn out evil.
She's so young, though. Pain she's gone through must be the cause of her distortion.
Maybe that has something to do with why she calls herself Alibaba.
According to the chief's story, Futaba has auditory and visual hallucinations, right?
Hey, sí es cierto, dijo eso Sojiro. Eso me da un poquito de ansiedad. ¿Cómo vamos a ayudar a una persona con problemas mentales?
There's a chance those are related to some important memories she's holding. It's hard to explain, but those memories may have been warped by the distortions.
Basically, we just gotta steal her treasure, right?
Oh, yeah.
So do we all agree about taking on Futaba's palace?
Sí.
She's asked us to do so. I don't think that part is an issue. If we heal Futaba's heart, it will not only help Boss, but she can then assist us with Medjed.
I agree.
I've been wondering about how Boss said a lot happened after Futaba's mom died, too.
Hold on a second. Our investigation of her palace may not go like anything we've done up to this point.
Why's that?
Having an individual ask you to steal their heart is an extremely irregular case. There's no telling what the palace ruler's disposition will be like, or the distortion that'll be there. We may run into some unforeseen situations. Do you still want to go in?
Sí.
Alright. Let's just make sure we're cautious.
Well, let's get cracking on those keywords, huh?
The ones we have at the moment are Futaba Sakura and Sojiro Sakura's house.
We got the who and the where, so all that's left is the what, right?
Let us try going to their house first.
Boss is busy running the cafe, isn't he? We should make sure he doesn't suspect anything.
Important memories, huh? I'll be able to remember everything if I turn back into a human, right?
Eso espero, no lo sé. ¿Estás seguro de que eres humano? Vamos a darle ánimos ya al gato.
That has to be the case. I definitely want this mission to succeed. If we can retrieve Futaba's memories, then I bet we can get mine back too. In any case, it's not every day you stumble upon a hacker like her around. You really do have a gift, don't you?
Solamente tengo suerte.
You sure live up to my expectations.
Siento que Morgana está muy decidido. Un puntito de Morgana. Herramienta de As. Le permite crear todas las herramientas de infiltración. Ah, mira, me va a enseñar más técnicas. Justo que acabamos de leer un libro en el capítulo pasado. ¿O fue en este? Perdón, es que el capítulo pasado y este los estoy grabando de manera consecutiva, entonces me confundo un poquito.
She's a shut-in, so we just gotta figure out what she thinks her house is. If she can't get out, maybe a prison?
Perhaps a labyrinth with an unknown exit.
Maybe an oasis?
Nothing so far. In that case, how about hell?
We don't have nearly enough clues.
If only we could ask her directly.
We can. Come on, let's go see Futaba.
What will we say to get in?
What do you mean? We're sneaking in.
Ah,
You have to be joking. Won't the door be locked for sure this time?
I'll take care of that. Oh, and I figured out where Futaba's room was when I snuck in last night.
What if we run into Boss, though? There's no way we'll be able to avoid his questions.
He's at work now, so I think we should be fine.
Oh, getting cold feet, Makoto? Don't worry, it'll be nothing. We've gone through loads of shit like this already.
This is our only choice, right? I suppose Futaba did get in contact with him. Perhaps she'll at least be willing to speak with him?
sí, yo creo.
Let's do this.
O quizás no. Yo estoy dispuesto a meterme en casas ajenas.
This is Futaba's room.
Qué linda puerta,
Futaba-chan, you're in there, right?
There's no answer.
Futaba-chan, are you there? I'm sorry for being startled and screaming yesterday. It was so dark that I got scared.
Nada.
No reaction whatsoever.
This is gonna be hard.
You're listening, right, Alibaba?
Suena el teléfono.
Alibaba?
¿Qué hacen aquí?
Why is she only reacting to that name?
You're Futaba Sakura, aren't you?
She's not responding again.
Does she not like us saying her name?
We don't have time to dally around. We need her keyword before dealing with Alibaba's identity.
We want to learn more about you. If we don't do so, we can't steal your heart. The reason why we came here is because we need the keyword to enter your palace. That's why we want to talk with Futaba Sakura herself, and not Alibaba. You don't have to show yourself, just answer some questions for us. Chat messages are fine.
Vale.
Alright then. Our leader, the guy who lives in LeBlanc's attic, wants to speak with you. We're counting on you. Try and get a keyword out of her.
¡Es mi momento! ¿Qué quieren que les diga? ¿Qué significa esta casa para ti? ¿Qué aspecto tiene esta casa? ¿Qué tal se vive en esta casa? ¿Qué significa esta casa para ti? Una casa es una casa.
Looks like you should ask
Creo que deberías preguntarle otra cosa. ¿Qué tal se vive en esta casa? ¡Es doloroso! ¿Por qué lo odias? ¿Lo odias? ¿Por qué? No lo sé.
Looks like
Es doloroso. ¿La odias? No. ¡Chingada madre! No puedo abandonar este lugar. Moriré aquí.
Die?
¿Esto va a seguir así? Morir, debería salir. ¿Por qué piensas eso? ¿Por qué? Este lugar es mi tumba.
tomb?
You think that's it?
Try entering tomb.
Input accepted. Searching for route to destination.
We got it.
¡Yeah! ¿Suficiente?
Yes. It was plenty. You haven't forgotten your promise of helping us if we complete your request, right?
No, hicimos un trato.
Well then, let's hurry up and go. And clicky.
You idiot! Don't activate it here!
¡A la mierda!
It's a desert.
Y venimos todos descalzos.
We see that. clothes are still the same?
Sí es cierto.
Futaba herself is asking us to steal her heart. It'd be odd if she saw us as a threat. If she doesn't see us as an enemy, then your clothes don't change. That's how it works. But more importantly, I told you to be cautious. Why'd you activate it like that?
Is that why we ended up in a desert? Where's the tomb? Oh, it's so damn hot here.
Even though we entered right in front of her room, we didn't end up inside it.
She must really want to keep people away from her.
I see.
What a bleak feeling this place has. It's the complete opposite of Kanashiro's bank.
Let's hurry up and get going. Where's the palace?
Is it that way?
Oh yeah, there's something shiny.
The tomb in the desert. I see. Anyway, let's make our way there.
Ok.
Isn't that kind of far?
Are we gonna walk?
Of course not. My paws will get burned.
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to put the AC on full blast.
You're so considerate.
Right.
All right, let's roll.
¿Quién me está mandando tantos mensajes? Váyanse a la fregada. ¡Animu!
It's stuffy. Yes, I know. But it still beats opening the windows to the hot desert air. Hey, can I have a drink? Didn't you have mineral water?
I drank it already.
How are the guys?
Hola.
Morons.
Is that it?
There we go.
Oye, me estoy preguntando, ¿el Joker
So hot.
se metió tremendo chingadazo en la nuca, güey? Se rompió el vidrio de Morgana, ¿sabes? O sea, güey, ¿eso no le dolió también a Morgana?
The AC ain't working at all. What the hell was that lukewarm air about?
That was the best I could do, so quit your yapping.
For real? You are so half-assed.
What was that? You wanna fight, punk?
Punk.
Please, shut up. It's hot, so don't make me more irritated.
To think her palace would be a pyramid.
Hey, a pyramid's a tomb, right?
Yes, it's a pharaoh's tomb.
That's how it's mostly known. There are a variety of theories on it. For instance, it's even said to be a device for reviving the dead.
Reviving the dead. It's beautiful nonetheless. It's perfectly conformed to the golden ratio.
Este güey ya se los perdió.
Guys, we go in already. I'm gonna melt.
Lo hemos perdido.
Oh, man.
Venga, para adentro. Ah, que nos podemos mover así. Pero no tengo mis poderes de ladrón fantasma, ¿o sí? ¿Me puedo esconder o algo así por el estilo? ¿Puedo brincar? Sí, puedo brincar así como con normalidad, a pesar de no tener las ropas de ladrón fantasma. ¿Puedo romper esto? No. Un desierto con una pirámide y un oasis. Menudas vistas. Parece que hay arenas movedizas abajo. A ver. Parece que no puedo moverme por aquí. Bueno, no pasa nada. Si no se puede, no se puede. Al menos puedo realizar estos saltitos. Sí, ¿no? Sí. Unos saltitos normales. No puedo romper cosas. Puedo correr. Nos hemos molestado en venir hasta una tumba, ¿no? Es muy pronto para dar media vuelta. Ok. Bueno, gente, creo que vamos a dejar el capítulo del día de hoy hasta acá. Espero les haya gustado muchísimo. Si es así, ya saben, dejen sus likes, sus comentarios y cosas bien positivas. Me mama como Yusuke corre como Naruto. Míralo, míralo. Eso, corre, cabrón. Pero bueno, creo que lo vamos a dejar hasta aquí porque es un buen punto de guardado. Gente, nos vemos en el próximo video. Bye, bye. Se ve bastante raro controlarlos a estos muchachos con el uniforme de la escuela. Y eso que en la sección del DLC, objeto equipar, protección, no, atuendo. Ah, no, sí, le podemos poner cosas. A ver. Pero no cambia. Ok. Parece que en esta ocasión no podremos presenciar los DLCs. Pero bueno, no pasa nada.